Sagittarius. Welcome to August 2018, the fiery time of Leo. I'm sure that you Sagittarius people are probably really liking the fiery energy lately. Yeah, I'm just shuffling, and I'm going to pull out 4 cards for the month, one for each week, around there. So while I'm shuffling, let's talk about what's going on in the sky. So we've got all kinds of retrogrades out the wazoo. So we have Chiron retrograde, we have Neptune retrograde, we have Mars retrograde until August 27th, and we have Mercury going retrograde on the 26th, and then on July 26th, and then going direct again on August 19th, I believe. And also during all of this, we have we've been dealing with all of these eclipses going on throughout the summer. There was one July 12th, there's another one the day after Mercury goes retrograde on the 27th of July, and then there's a third one on August 21st. So just a lot of intense energy, a lot of releasing going on this summer, or winter if you're in the southern hemisphere, but it's intense. And with Mars being retrograde, there's a lot of Mars being retrograde and Mercury going retrograde. There's a potential for lots of arguments. So just pick your battles, pick your battles. So I'm just shuffling Sagittarius, August. So I feel like you are building something for yourself in the beginning of August. Okay, so there's a potential of creating. Okay, so you're creating something that has long-term potential for yourself. So you're creating something that has long-term potential, but at the same, so that's like the first week of the month of August. This is shortly after the retrograde and that second lunar eclipse, so you're probably like in this mindset of what do I really want for myself? What do I want to create for myself? And I feel like you've known what you've wanted to create for yourself for a long time, and now you're ready to set the foundation. You're ready for like taking the next major step towards bringing that into reality for yourself. So really, like, you in the thought and in the imagination for a while over the summer, and now, and maybe over the last year even, or years, and now it's kind of like, all right, like, what have I been waiting for? With all these eclipses, maybe you've been letting go of distractions that have been keeping you from taking the next step towards what it is that you've wanted for yourself for a long time, and now it's like the beginning of August, it's like, all right, let's make a plan. What exactly do I need to do to bring this into a reality? But then in the second week, and either in the second week or like just the middle of the month, it's like I'm working on setting a plan, and then now I'm going back inwards again. So it's like you've done the thinking before, but now it's like you're going back inwards again you've done the thinking, you're ready to take action, and then you're going inwards. Like you're taking a step back. So it's definitely good for reflecting on what is important to you and like analyzing what aspects of this plan really work and what doesn't. And it's always good to really take a pause before moving forward, which is something that Sagittarius isn't really keen on doing usually. They're usually like, I want to do something, I want to do it now, and I'm just going to do it. I'm going to push through it. Like, I don't care what the obstacles are. I'm just going to keep pushing through until I get it, basically. That's that fieriness in Sagittarius. They just want to do something. They want to get it over with. They want to get it done. But it feels like this month is slower for you in the process of bringing things forward. So I feel like while you're laying the groundwork for these plans of building something real for yourself, at the same time it's pulling you inwards and reflecting on what aspects of it ties to your past. So it's bringing up memories of the past, of this nostalgic feeling is coming up through this, and it's being healed, like things that maybe prevented you from starting this process of taking the next step in the past, whatever was keeping you from doing it. Like, I feel like that's bubbling up again as you are moving through the motions to bring this forward. And it seems like you're just in the planning phase, but you are taking another step forward, which is great. But at the same time, it's bringing things up. It's bringing things up from your past. It's bringing up emotional stuff from the past that you did not deal with back then. Maybe you just self-protected back then and didn't deal with it. Now it's coming up as you're moving forward. Anything within this project is, related to something from your past that's being triggered and it's coming up. And it's coming up for a reason. It's coming up so you can let it go and release it and continue forward. It's not coming up so you can catch it, mid-air and hold on to it and continue analyzing it and being like, no, let me feel this. Let me continue being a victim of this situation. Let me, turn it over and look at it from a different perspective and analyze it more. Let me distract myself from moving forward with what I want to do in my life by looking at this, by going inwards and just obsessively re-looking at this from different perspectives and analyzing it and trying to make sense of it, like using it as a distraction again to keep you from moving forward. And in doing that, it's like flipping your world upside down and stopping you from being the nurturing, it's something with mother energy is like it's being triggered as well. It's like it's stopping you from like dominating areas of your life in a loving way. I don't know, it's like something about the past is triggering something that I really feel strongly like it is related to mother energy. And it's like you're at this, so this card came up for the last card of the month, but then this was at the bottom of the pile. So it's like the Queen of Wands reversed and then the Queen of Cups upright. So it's like you want to be Like your intention is to be nurturing and generous and giving, of yourself from the heart, and really tapping into that divine feminine aspect of yourself. But at the same time, there's this distraction of overanalyzing your past that is keeping you from continuing to be motivated to move forward with what it is you really want to do and who you really want to be. So it's like, I want to lay down this foundation for my life so I can get myself closer to my goals, so I can be the person that I know that I want to be. I want to be this nurturing, giving, generous, loving, version of myself. So, okay, let me lay out a plan and work on how to get there. But then while I'm doing that, I'm being triggered and then being like, oh my God, my past is coming up. Let me grab some popcorn and rewatch this movie 20 more times so I can get more out of it and figure out, different stuff with my life. But watching that movie over and over again is distracting you from, continuing forward. It's being the unmotivator for you. It's putting out that fire within you to be who you are meant to be, to, over analyzing the past does nothing for, it does for a certain period of time, but it's come to this point where it's like, all right, you've done all the inner work, you've looked at this from every angle. There's no reason to rewatch this movie again. All the words to the movie, all the movements. You've seen this 50,000 times. Why don't you put something else on? Let's watch something else. You know what I mean? What do you want the rest of your life to look like? Let's take the steps to get to, let's take those steps to make that movie a reality. You know what I mean? The movie that you want to see of your life. So there's a potential to stop yourself in the track, stop yourself dead in the tracks of moving forward and letting go. So that a letting go really needs to be achieved here, and it's not going to be released through mentally working through it again. You have to, when it comes up, it's like, okay, there it is. Goodbye. I'm done with that. You need to just actively be I am, to the universe and to yourself, being I am done, analyzing this. I'm done with this. I'm ready for the next chapter. I'm ready to do something else. I'm done dealing with this. What's done is done. It's in the past. I've done what I can do, and now it's time to move forward. And it's time for me to be who I'm meant to be. So you need to let go of the past, no matter how much it pulls at those heartstrings. You just have to, send love to it, let it go, release the judgments and the grudges and all of that. If you need to create a ritual for yourself to do that, then do it. But then once you do that, goodbye, that should be the middle of the month. So probably by the eclipse, it's going to all be kind of coming up. And then, after the eclipse, it's you're closing the door. You're closing the door to that story. Bye, And then moving forward, because if you keep that door open, it's just going to keep coming back in and pushing you back from what it is that you're meant to be doing. It's going to stop, it's good, almost mentally forcing you onto a couch so that you will continue to binge watch the same Netflix films. you know, like repeatedly. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of energy that this has on you. Like it just makes you stop dead in your tracks. So releasing, letting it go, you know, laying the foundation for where it is you actually want to be, letting the past go, and I would just stick with the planning. Like making it more concrete with what it is that you want to do, you know, getting the next steps in effect, but actively acting on that and moving, and, you know, and taking an action step with that plan. I probably wouldn't do this month. I would just sit with it and like continue to lay out the groundwork for what it is you want to do and where you want to go. And then hopefully by September you'll be ready to go. You need to be releasing the feelings of unworthiness that are tied to this so that you can move forward. You know, as September comes around, you'll be like, you know, ready to take a step, I'm hoping. So this is where we are this month, Sagittarius. Just close that door. Close the door and walk into a new story for yourself. And really visualize and plan and journal and, you know, actively think about what it is that you want in your life and stop thinking about what has happened and what you don't want in your life. Like now is the time to be like, okay, what do I want? Let's go. Let's do that. Fuck the past. Bring on the future. Okay, Sagittarius? So that is your reading for the month of August. I hope that you enjoyed this. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in September. Take care.